Performance Expo from Straub Technologies in Piney Flats, Tennessee. I'm Joe Castello, joined by Lake Speed Jr. and Ben Strader. Guys, we're going again, day 2, and today is the big day where we will reveal like all the information we withheld from everybody in day 1.
Yeah, yesterday was a total tease, right?
It was dangled that carrot all day, didn't we?
Yeah.
We've got this engine. Oh my goodness, it has worked out. We made so much more power.
2 engines.
2 engines, and today we're going to reveal Are we going to reveal everything?
We are.
Okay.
Today we're putting all the cards on the table, right? So I can't give away all the secrets yet.
It's a long day. We got to dole it out slowly.
Right. But I will say this. So both engines, from where they began to where they ended, both picked up triple digits.
Triple digits. That's amazing.
Without a decimal point, right? Like.
Yeah, without a decimal point, yes. Not 1.00 horsepower. It picked up triple digits. Both of them did. So you got to stay tuned and watch all day. It's going to be fantastic because, I mean, to the point where at the end of this whole experience this last year, because we did a lot of work together this past year, and toward the end of the day, Dennis Bourne from PME is going to be here, and he's going to sit right there, and we'll talk more. A 1, 2, 4 horsepower gain anymore is like, what? That's nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to get excited about 5 horsepower when you know you can make hundreds, you know what I mean?
Right, and literally, Mark Proctor's is sitting back there, and we would cut our arm off the day for 1 horsepower on a plate engine. If he could pour in 2 or 3 horsepower, that was huge. And like we literally did that the other day, and I was like, yawn. That's lame. I mean, it's ruined me. And this whole project this year has ruined my threshold of expectation.
And so much of that's happened because of the technology that a lot of the stuff we've been talking about during the Engine Performance Expo. I mean, when we recap yesterday, look at all the stuff that we talked about yesterday, and we were dangling the carrot. We didn't even get into the super meat and potatoes stuff of today, but yesterday was incredible. How about Joe? Like, what was your favorite part of yesterday? What session really stood out to you?
Well, I like the economic roundtable. Honestly,
awesome.
Like as much as I'm into the horsepower, when you got Scooter Brothers up there and people who are captains of our industry giving you, Randy Neal, giving you their outlook for the future. Mm-hmm. Like to me, that's most important. Like, what's the future going to be? Are people able to invest? Are people able to charge forward? And everything that they said aligned with that. Charge forward. We got good things coming. And even their concerns, because it wasn't 100% rosy, it's like there are some concerns, but we feel good about where we are. To me, that means that everything else that we are doing is responsible. It's okay to go out there and pursue our passions, our fun, go buy some parts. And, Lake knows I'm doing my own thing for my own little bracket car. That
yes, we are. So last night at dinner, me and Gary Stinnett finalized the deal. So obviously we worked on the Engine Performance Expo engine.
Sure, yeah.
And then we've, kind of did the Extreme Home Makeover edition on my dad's cup motor, where we're doing the Extreme Home Makeover edition on Joe's engine.
So wait, was it Extreme Home or Extreme Hone? Was it like
It will be an Extreme Hone Makeover.
Extreme Hone Makeover.
Right, for certain.
For certain.
Words. That
was so good. Well, you guys are talking about me without me knowing about it. That's good stuff. I like it. But that's what I get excited about, right? The personalities today. We've got Greg and Aaron Stanfield are going to be here. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of personalities. They're getting ready.
Steve Morris and his son are going to be here.
Just super excited about this whole start of the season, start of the year. Engine Performance Expo for me has become the kickoff to the year of racing, and everybody is like finalizing their refresh from last year's stuff, making everything ready. They've got a great and positive outlook on what lies ahead. And so it's a perfect position here in January at the start of the year. I know there are going to be a lot of people that watch this throughout the year.
Yeah.
Right? We encourage you to share it, of course. Like, click the bell, subscribe. These videos are going to get broken down. But all of these people that are here for a reason. It's because we're passionate, we're excited, and we're ready to drive things forward.
So there's two great takeaways from that, Joe. I mean, first of all, you're right. The ability to confidently go forward, knowing that we still have an industry that we can invest in, trust in, and put effort and work in, right? Like, it ain't going anywhere, right? That's awesome. And then you think about today, the ability to have this family sort of theme, right? So you got the Dortons, and you got Kyle and Steve, and you got Greg and Aaron, and it's like you think about that and you go, only so many of you young guys those guys are lucky enough to grow up in this industry. Lake, you grew up in this industry. But for the hundreds and thousands of people that are out there in the industry that don't have that strategic advantage, they have Engine Performance Expo. Like here, they're getting all this same kind of treatment of like, I'm going to share with you these hard-fought battles and tricks that we learned, right? So I love the family aspect of it, right? But I also didn't have that advantage of growing up with a dad that had already fought a lot of those battles. And I'm excited to hear some of those stories today about how the generational aspect plays into the game, right? So I know you relate to this. A lot of the other ones that we're excited to hear about it because we don't have that advantage. And I think that's a great part of what Engine Performance Expo does is it sort of peels back the layers of the onion and says, just because you didn't grow up in this sport doesn't mean you can't make your way. I think that's awesome.
Well, I was so impressed yesterday by Jolie running that EM45.
That was super
That was cool. I was like, that's neat, right? Of course, all right, my son Benjamin's here. So
oh, yeah, third generation
guy. He's here. He's working at RF Engines with Rick and Bob out there tearing down engines. And he's out there with Scott yesterday. They're honing blocks and learning how to run the HX45.
You're just proud, huh?
Oh, I'm so proud. I'm the proudest dad ever right now. I can actually start to kind of get a feeling what my dad must feel like when he's done things with me and all that. It's like it's cool. Like the family vibe going on is really great. So it's exciting. Of course, we got big things happening today. Big power, big advances, really neat stuff. Been running the hone, right? That's one of the big. That was kind of the coolest thing outside what happened in here yesterday. Just during the breaks when we were out there walking around, you could see the sparks in people's eyes looking at some of the machines going. And when they were started to work on the hone, we were honing the blocks, back there for the top fuel stuff, the sleeves.
Right.
And
that's right. Top fuel stuff.
Yeah, we got top fuel cylinders out there being honed. And I think there's a 60 grit diamond with a 600 CBN finishing. And these things got an RVK of 130. But the RK is 40. And the awesome. RPK is left. It was the super sexiest looking trace I've ever seen. It was awesome.
So cool. Not only do you have all the cool Rottler stuff here and you got the ability to measure it, you got Mark Malberg here. You got like the Jedi of surface finish metrology out here going, let me show you what we need to do. I mean, you can't get that anywhere else.
He taught my son Ben how to run it.
That's pretty awesome.
He probably knows how to run it better than I do now, right? He spent the day with Mark.
True. Yeah.
He's like, Mark's like, doing like that Jedi wizard stuff on there. It was incredible. So what we're able to do as a collective group here is incredible. When everybody was standing there yesterday when we came in, I was a very proud moment to see as an industry, everyone coming together, being willing to share. That's the ethos of the Engine Performance Expo. And what's really neat is, we can do this and we can do it live and you can watch it, but we're going to expand. There's going to be something that's hands-on. So talk about what we're going to be doing this year, Ben, in terms of hands-on training specific to honing.
Well, obviously, I have a soft spot in my heart for teaching and sharing and training. And so one of the things, again, that I love about the Expo is it gives people an opportunity to learn things that you just couldn't learn any other place. And, you've spent a lot of time over the last year or two learning about honing because honing and rings, man, they're married together. And so we started having some conversations about how could we go to the next level? How could we go a little bit farther than just making videos? And so Lake kind of presented the idea of what if we did like some actual live training? You could go somewhere and actually you could be the one running that hone and measuring the block. And so it works out that between EFI University's facility back there in Arizona and Chris's amazing facility here at Straub's, we have enough equipment that we're going to start offering through Total Seal and Rottler and the collaborative relationship actually a class where you could come in for just one day, start in the classroom, learn all about surface finish, the honing technologies and procedures, and then guess what? We're going to go right out into the shop, and you're going to put your hands on it, and you're going to be honing blocks and measuring the surface finish. And
amazing.
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, and so you asked me a minute ago about like what I enjoyed the most. Really, what I enjoy the most is the exchange of all this information. There are people that they never seen one of these machines ever.
Right.
They're interested, but where would they? How would they get that opportunity to see it work, to see all of these things, to understand these elements? maybe they're interested. Maybe they've got a kid that's looking for a career. We need people who know how to do this. You know what I mean? I get all patriotic and I think about our country, right? Like, we need this.
Yeah.
The builders, the doers, the makers, the hands-on people. It can't be like a dying breed that just goes away. It can't be that. We have to have it. And that spark of energy, that excitement about it. Like, oh my gosh, this is an exciting thing. I'm not like in some dungeon machine shop somewhere and nobody knows my name. Like, engine builders and machinists can be rock stars in their own little world.
Exactly.
That was a new concept yesterday, the engine builder rock stars. I love that. But you're right. We talk about all the economic side of like, okay, well, we know there's an industry worth pursuing. Now we've got to build the people that are capable of pursuing it. And so I've said for years that, this is great, but the difference between you watching somebody on a block, like Greg Anderson gave us that great tour, that great tutorial,
amazing,
and did a great job. But I still feel like, okay, I mean, yeah, of course he's good at it, but like, could I do that? Would I really be able to? If I walked up and did it, would I be able to do that? And so you kind of get into like, well, you could watch a million videos of somebody riding a bike, but you really haven't experience it until you try to ride the bike. Well, what we're trying to do is go the next step beyond the expo and say, we're going to let you come ride the bike. You're going to not watch somebody hone. You are going to hone a block. You're going to hook it up to the cable and set it in the machine and bolt it in there and program it. And then
you're going to torque the torque plate in place and do all those things.
That's amazing.
Yeah. What a great experience, right?
Yeah. This is like, engine builder world.
Are you going to be the first? You're going to show up, right?
I'm down.
I
am down. Well, you know me. I like to do all of that stuff,
I watch you
right?
change, transmissions for Hartford and clutches.
Valve springs. He lets me touch the Pro Stock car. Big mistake. But
it's pretty scary.
No, it was very scary. No, doing it isn't scary. The next run, the car goes down the track.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when it gets scary.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what did I do wrong to this thing?
Yeah.
But it turns out, no, there's nothing like doing it. I make my living as a broadcaster. Announcer, reporter, podcaster. But what do I do for fun? Like, I want to turn a wrench. I want to grab something. I want to try to work something. I want to build something. And that's what this has been all about. And obviously, I'm a hobbyist. But for the people that are making a living doing it, they can make a good living doing it. And there's a lot of money out there to be made. Like Randy Neal talks about. It's like, hey, man, what's the number one motivator, right? People want to make some money.
Yeah.
And if you're doing what you love, if you enjoy it, if you feel fulfilled at the end of the day, like, hey, man, that was a good day.
Yeah.
We did good work today. That's life. That's it. What else do you want?
I feel like Randy's one of those guys that really has his finger on the pulse of what's happening in our industry. He understands the science, he understands the machinery, he understands the how to get it done, but he also understands that the business has to be healthy and profitable. Otherwise, we're not going to have a business to go forward. And so, he's a member of our fraternity. He's there every week, and he is heavily invested in making sure that the young guys, they have a path, right? So those of us that are in the industry, he's realized as much as all of us that it's not good enough to tell him, hey, you need to get in this industry. We got to show him how. We got to make the path, create opportunities, build training programs, give them expos like this. It's our job to make sure that happens.
Yeah. So the cool thing is, April 22nd is going to be the Saturday. It'll be the first full day hands-on class at EFIU.
Yep, operators are standing by.
Yeah. Lake Havasu City, Arizona is a fantastic place at the end of April, by the way.
April is the prime time to
come visit us. It is wonderful. So, and then the other one is going to be here the weekend of the Bristol drag race.
Oh, wow.
So, Bristol's 7 miles down the road. Yep. So, we'll be drag racing and honing right here in East Tennessee, and that's around like June 8th, 9th, 10th, somewhere around there. We're
gonna lock that date in once we get a little more info about when the race is and how that's going on. But
so EFI 101, right, is the website?
EFI101.com. We'll have in the next few days, we'll have some sign-up links and registration spots so we know who wants to come and make sure we don't overdo it.
Right.
But within the next day or two, you'll be able to sign up and guarantee your spot to come and learn how to do it yourself, hands-on.
And make some plans to stick around to see a little 330 mile per hour nitro drag racing, of course.
Absolutely.
A little twofer. When you come out, you see the shop, you do some stuff yourself, you go out and you watch a race. Like, it sounds like a dream weekend to me.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh,
so
yeah.
There's a ton of stuff that we have planned for today. What do you say we just get to it?
Yeah, we should. First video of the day is going to be mind-blowing. This is in-cylinder combustion analysis. Stay tuned. You're going to love this one.
What a day, what a day, what a day. Yeah, my brain is swollen. I've learned so much today. They told us, don't start cars. We are not going to listen.